In Activity 7, we are going to focus on a few things. We want to see how to download CO2. Actually, we will download the total greenhouse gas. We'll look at particulate matter and average precipitation depth. Now, the link to download the data is here, and this is what you need to do. Actually, this is what you will have to submit to me. The charts created, explaining each of the chart, and giving a discussion. So if all this blah 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 is confusing, focus on the things you have to submit and make sure you submit them. However, it's interesting to read some of the things so that you understand, for example, what is CO2 emissions, particulate matter, as well as average precipitation depth. Try to understand the data you are downloading and analyzing. So we are going to use this link. I'll right click on the link and it's going to take me to the link. And you can see here we go to World Development Indicators. There are different indicators and explanations of each of the indicators. So if we come here where we are looking at environment, I'll click and you will see there are different themes with explanations of the themes. For example, how agriculture impacts the environment, climate, energy and mining, and so on. We will stick to climate, and the first one I want to get is this one. If you go to get data and you click on it, you will see different forms of getting your data. I want to go to the data bank because this is the best way to get your data. I'll right click on open link in new tab. Now, once I get my new tab, well, there is an error, so that link is broken. So let's use this other one. I'll click, right click, it's the same link. It's just that those who wrote the code, they messed up something. Okay, here we go. There are 86 databases, the default one. So if we click here, it shows that the default database is the World Development Indicators. And given that we are interested in, so if we go back where we started, we were here, World Development Indicators. So we want to stay in that database, World Development Indicators. So I'll click the toggle key. We know we have selected one of 86, the countries. Let me click. We should choose Canada as one of our countries. I'll take Canada. If you want, we could click U to choose USA, United States. We could take United Kingdom. I'll take Germany. I'll go to G, take Germany. That makes 5 countries. Okay, here we go. We will click the toggle key and choose the series. Now I'm interested in CO2. So I'll just type CO2, hit the search button, and I'll scroll all the way down. I want to take total greenhouse gas emission. So I'll take everything here. Total greenhouse gas emission, I'll take that. Now, the next indicator I want to take, I'll come back there, scroll all the way, go to environment, and see the next indicator I want to take. I want to take PM 2.5. You can basically copy that, Control C, click there, come select that, paste, and search for it. And here we go. Let's look the PM 2.5. Let's see what it says here. PM, okay, we want to take this one. Levels exceeding World Health Organization guideline. Because when you want to interpret it, you want to understand what you're doing. So here we go, it's exceeding. Okay, we want to see the people who are exceeding that. So I will uncheck this and check this one. So we can see we've selected 2, total greenhouse gas, and we've selected PM2. The next thing I want to get what? Average precipitation in depth. So I will, let's just copy average precipitation, Control C to copy, come here, click, Control V to paste, search, and average precipitation in depth. Let's see, per year, per year. So I'll click there, and we have selected 3 series. Let's click the toggle key to close it, open time, and here we want to choose every time period available. So I'll click here, and it will select everything for us. We are still going to clean the data and make sure we have data we can use. So there we go. Once you've done that, you've done all the steps. Because we have database, you must select at least one, country, series, and time. Once you've chosen all of that, you can click on apply, and it's going to run your apply. Now we see the countries we chose. Okay, I actually do not want well. I want Canada, United States, Germany. We do not want world. I don't know how world got selected. Let me come here and I will look for where world is and uncheck world. Let's see, W, do we have world? Okay, no problem. I'll go and get it. When we start dealing with the data, we'll get rid of that. Now on your right, you will see download options. I'll click the drop down and I want to take it as a CSV file. So I'll click on that and it's going to download it in my download folder. You can see here is the folder that is downloaded. I have to click and open it. If you don't see it here, you go to your download folder, you will find the folder, then you need to open the folder. So actually, let me go to my download folder. I'll take download, and this is the document. So I'll click on it. Let me increase the size. I'll click on it, click on extract all, and leave everything as default. Click extract, and here we have 2 files. I'm not interested in the metadata. I'm interested in this one because this is where the document, the file I want is contained. Now, once we have that, we have to open Microsoft Excel. Now, just note where your file is. Mine is in download, P data extract, and inside, this is the file. I'll open a blank Microsoft Excel workbook. It's important you follow the steps. If you double click on that file, you'll start having errors. So do not do that. I'll open a blank workbook. I will go to data. I'll go to get data from file, from a CSV. And once I do that, it's going to enable me to navigate. So a dialog box will appear that enables me to navigate to where my file is stored. So it's under download. Double click there. My file is stored here. It's not the metadata. Click on import. And it's going to open a dialog box that enables me to see if this is the file I want. Yeah, this is the file I want. I can see my greenhouse gas, PM2, and average precipitation. Click on transform data. Never choose load, take transform data. Once we've done that, it enables us to clean our data and make it look nice. Now, if you take a look, you'll see that there are some things we don't need. For example, you can see that series name. For me, the series, the title for the columns are here. If yours is already there, do not do this step. So I want to promote this so that it goes up there. Okay, I'll promote it. How do I do that? I simply come and click here, and I'll use first rows as headers. So if you don't see this button to click here at this angle, of course, make sure you are under home. If you are under home, you can still see it here. You can click and it's going to promote it. Now you can see that country name, country code, and so on. That's the first step. Now, if you make a mistake, you can come and click here, the promotion, click all of that, but just try to avoid clicking when you don't see me click. to avoid mistakes. Now, next thing we want to do is to get rid of these extra rows. So if you look from row 1 to 15 we need, but from 16 all the way we do not need. It's just some nonsense, so we are going to get rid of it. So basically we can click there, and if we look here it's going to say keep range, okay, or keep top rows. So I'll click on keep top rows 15. So keep the top 15 rows. The other ones will be deleted, the top 15. I'll OK, and there we go. We have the top 15. The next thing we want to do, I want to get rid of the country code and series code. So I'll click on series code, right click, basically remove, right click here, remove, and here we have the series name, we have the country name, and here we have the years. Okay, however, we don't want the years to be there, we want to flip it. So in order to do that, you'll click there, hold down your control key, click again there. Now you release the control key. You now right click here. You have to do it just once and then go and you take on pivot order columns. Okay, on pivot order columns, and there it is. It has unpivoted the other columns. Now the next thing we want to do is to get rid of whirl. So I'm going to come here, click the drop down, look for where whirl is, uncheck, OK, and whirl is gone. The next thing we want to do is to get rid of these things in brackets. Okay, so we will click on that column, go to transform. I'll click on transform because I want to transform that column. I will extract. Okay, let me click, got it. I want to click on extract. I'll click the drop down, first characters, and I want to extract the first 4 characters because that's where my year is. The other things I really don't need. I'll click OK, and here we have the years. Now the next thing we want to adjust, if you take a look, you'll see that we have problems here. You have this double period. We want to get rid of the double period. So I can click here, the drop down, and come where we have double period. I'll click and uncheck it, then OK. We don't want any double period. That's the first thing we want to get rid of. And I think that is it. So what I'll try to do is to do some final adjustments. If we come here, let me change this. Well, I can leave it as it is. Everything looks good. ABC, text, text, text. But this has to be integer. I'll click the drop down and I'll click decimal, and here we go. So we've succeeded. Now if you have an error here, it's maybe because you have a virgule or you are using a French version of the software. So use the software at the college and you should have no problems. So basically our data is now ready. We are ready to take it to Excel and have fun. So click this, click on home. Also change this. I'll just change the title here. I'll call it I'll just make it SDI, Sustainable Development Indicators. Hit enter, and we will go under home, close and load, close and load, and it's going to load it into Microsoft Excel. Okay, now what we simply need to do is to take it into Microsoft. Well, we need to pivot it. That's all we need to do. I'll go to insert, pivot table, from table range. Okay. As always, we want to take this particular, so let's take a look here. This so-called attribute is actually the date. Okay, we should have changed it, but it's okay. We will survive. So instead of attribute, we should change this to date. Okay, I'll come back here and change it. So if I come, let's leave it. I don't want it to be confusing. Okay, so I'll draw it and put it where we have rows. And I will change that. Rather than having row labels, I'll call it here. Okay. The next thing, value, drag it and put it where you have values. Click on it. Value field setting, average, number format, number, make sure it's 2 decimal, okay, and okay. The next thing, you want to take country name and put it where you have columns. And that's basically it. Now you will click in there, go to pivot table analyze, insert slicer. You want to insert slicer of series name. Okay. So here we have the different indicators. And we want to also click in there again, pivot table analyze, insert slicer, country name. Okay. And now we will want to put a chart. So basically I'll bring this down here. I'll click in there, pivot table analyze, pivot chart, line, and okay. Now we should take from 2001. I encourage you to take from 2001. So for that to happen, we will go again, click here, go to pivot table analyze. Do we have a timeline? No, we don't have that. If we don't have that, it's going to be trickish. So what we will do is we will take that. Okay, we'll leave it like that. I don't want it to be confusing. I'll just increase the size of that. Then we can take a look at what is going on. So take a look at the performance by indicator. So for that, choose an indicator. So I'll take, for example, precipitation. So take a look and see if there's been any change in the amount of precipitation from one country to the next. So once you do this, you want to copy this and take it to Microsoft Word. Take it as a picture. If you don't take it as a picture, when you change things, you'll get into trouble. So let me print screen this one. I'll print screen this particular one, take it to Microsoft Word, paste it. It's as a picture. I click on it, and that's it. Voila. Now it's important you put a title to your chart. Okay. You all know how to do that. If you click on it and you go to design, then you are able to insert a title and everything for your chart. Okay, the next thing, we want to click here for precipitation. If you click on it, you can see what happens to precipitation. Is this, no, this is PM2, particulate matter. You can see what's happening between the different countries. You can see Germany had one of the highest amounts. It's going down. You can see UK. An interesting question is, why is it going down? Is it because they've moved lots of factories to China, or what's going on? And if you want, you can take off Germany so that we can see the other ones. It seems we have no information for the United States on particulate matter. Yeah, we do. United States, let me hold control and click UK, hold Control and click Canada. Okay, let me uncheck the United Kingdom and just have United States and Canada. So basically the United States is the greatest polluter. Let me have all of them. Okay, so basically compared to the European nations, this is strange. It's as if Canada and US even dwarf them. So if I use Control and uncheck United States and uncheck Canada, so the air quality in USA and Canada is so much better than in the European nations. So play around with this and also print screen, take it to Microsoft Word, paste it as an image, and come back for the next one. And finally, the greenhouse gas. Let's see who releases the most greenhouse gas. Play around with it. Also do a print screen, take it in there and see what happens. So that's basically it for this video. I know it's getting a bit long, but yeah, I think it was worth it. I'll see you in class.